What's good, everybody? I hope you are having a great day. Today's video is for those of you trying to find a response against the Blackmar-Diemer Gambit. And if you're trying to find a response against the Blackmar-Diemer, either you are playing against the move d4 and you play d5 and you're concerned about seeing e4, or against the move of e4, you play the Scandinavian defense and you want to know what to do with the move of d4, right? In either case, we get the same position here. And the best move that black has is capturing the pawn. That's the best move we got, right? You playing e6, playing c6, you go into a French, you go into a Carl Khan. That's an option. But if you want an advantage, according to the engine here, you got to take that pawn. Nearly every game here, you're going to see white go with the move of knight to c3, and most players go with knight f6. And if you look at the online stats, white knows what to do against this. If you're a Blackmar-Diemer player, you see knight f6 all the time. You know that knight f6 is the computer recommendation, and you know what to do against it. What I'm going to be sharing in this video is the move of e5, pawn to e5. And white can smooth it out into an even game if they know what to play here. But the best move for white when you're looking at online chess is only played 2% of the time, guys. 2% of the time. So if you're a Blackmar-Diemer player, there's a 98% chance that you don't know this, according to the stats. Right? According to the stats. There's only one move here for white that equalizes. That's it. Only one. And that move is knight ge2. You're hardly ever going to see this. But if you do, you can memorize the following line. You're going to play knight to c6. Here, the only move white has to even things out is bishop to e3. That's the only move they got. We can now pin the knight. And if white takes, we actually capture off the queen and play knight to e7 again. We play e5. White can put the knight on e2. Bishop e3, taking the pawn, and then we play knight e7. I would say out of all those moves, knight ge2 is the hardest to find. I mean, as a Blackmar-Diemer player, you're trying to play aggressively, you're trying to play actively, and that move of knight ge2 is just not something on your radar. So the only way your opponent's going to play that is if they've studied the theory, or if they've watched this video, if they plugged it into the engine and tried to figure stuff out. But this move e5 is a great option. It's actually called the Lemberger Countergambit, and it's a great option. It's a great option. Let's cover what we see the most often in online chess. Let's cover a few different options here. So, according to the stats, white plays d5 the most often. If they do that, we're over -1. We can play f5 here. We could also pin the knight with bishop b4, but f5 is a good move. You're really protecting that pawn, and white often plays f3. They usually do this, and this is no surprise to us because a key concept in the Blackmar-Diemer main line is to play f3 and look to capture back with your knight. But we're not going to take that pawn. We're not. We're playing bishop b4. We are pinning that knight to the king, and we're going to continue developing here. Like if white doesn't want to take this pawn, we're not taking that guy. We're not giving white that activity. We're going to keep our pawn here and just keep naturally developing our pieces. Okay, obviously a knight doesn't move like that. It moves like this, but you get the point, right? And d5 is a weakness. d5 is on our side of the board. You are protecting it twice, but that knight is now pinned, and white's got to be careful here, right? Now, white often goes with f takes e4. I mean, this shows you just how clueless Blackmar-Diemer players are against this Lemberger Countergambit. The moment they do that, we're winning. Queen h4. Queen h4. You want to play king d2? We could play knight f6. Looking to capture back on e4 with our knight with check. That knight is still pinned. If you take, okay, we throw on a check, take with our bishop. Yeah, white's in trouble. If we see king e2, knight f6, still a good move. You could also play f takes e4 because, I mean, in that case, you're not going to be taking on e4 with check against the king. So you could capture back. Bishop g4 is an idea, and you're just going to keep developing. But their king is on e2. The bishop cannot move right now. The knight only has one square, and it's terrible. The queen is limited in its scope, and yeah, I mean this is bad. So, well, bad for white. And finally, if you play g3, you didn't have to move your king, but now we play queen takes e4 with check. Your knight again is pinned, and we're simply going to pick off the rook here. We're going to pick off that rook, and we have a one game. So, with the move e5, d5, we see that a lot. You're going to see your opponents do that a lot. Is it good? No. What's next up in terms of popularity for white? Well, white will often play knight takes d4. Again, we take on d4 here. We're up a pawn. We have an advantage. We do. We're not winning this position. We're not -1, but we do have an edge. I mean, we're up a pawn. If you take on d4, I'm good with that. I mean, I'm good being up a pawn. And if you play bishop to d3, keeping material on the board, we could play knight c6, bring the queen back to d5. Nice central spot there. Playing c4, playing aggressively, trying to kick our queen around, makes d4 a hole, makes it a weakness, gives that square to us. And that's going to be huge for us, especially as that's a sweet center square. And if you see castling kingside, bishop g4, I mean, you could look towards castling queenside, maybe even starting to hurl your pawns down the king side of the board. I mean, this is a fun game for black, and we're up a pawn. This is great, right? So this is this knight takes d4 move, take with the queen, offer a trade there, and go from that point. Next up, the final move we'll look at, d takes e5. Okay, I'm just showing you some options that you're probably going to see. Again, knight ge2, you can memorize that line. That's what white should do, but they usually don't. But okay, if white does take, we can capture on d1. Now you got to take with your king. I mean, if you take with your king cannot castle. We can now play the move knight c6. Bishop f4, okay, bishop f5. You take our pawn, okay, we take yours. Almost a symmetrical position, except, again, this king cannot castle. Our king can. And this is an advantage for us. Black's better here. And if you capture back with the knight, you got all of your pieces. On the first rank is black. We're going to play knight to c6 here, attacking the pawn. And yeah, I mean, we have an edge here. There's stuff that we can do here. Bishop to f5, defending the pawn, potentially, if it gets attacked. Knight b4 is an idea, trying to lure that king over to d1. If you see bishop to f4, all right, knight ge7. Knight ge7, similar to what white should have done. We're bringing our knight to this tucked away spot. Knight g6 is an option here, attacking the bishop and the pawn. And if we get our knight pinned, all right, bishop d7. Castling queenside can come very fast. And again, black has a great position. So again, you know, this can be reached. This entire Lemberger Countergambit line can be reached against the move e4 or d4, right? d4, d5, e4, or if you play the Scandinavian and you see the move d4 and you decide to take, right? You're going to see knight c3 most games. e5 here is a move that I think you guys should try out. Let me know how it goes if you do try it out in online chess. e5 is a great option, practically speaking. It's super rare, and white just doesn't know what the heck to do about it. So this is a line here. This is a counter gambit that doesn't get the respect or the attention that I think it should. So I thought I'd share this video. Let me know what you thought of it down below. And by the way, for those of you that play the Scandinavian defense, or for those of you that are interested in that option against the move e4, I'm giving out a 30% off discount code for my nearly 12-hour course on the modern Scandinavian defense, covering a bunch of different stuff, including this Lemberger Countergambit in great depth. If you're interested in that 30% off discount code, all you got to do, go down the description, go down to the pinned comment, plug in the discount code CHESS25, and you will receive 30% off on your purchase. Only good until the end of April, and this sale is good for all of my Gumroad courses, including the Hippopotamus defense, the Czech PIRC, how to play the move knight c3 against the Scandinavian defense, and the PONZIANI opening. But for those of you that decide to get the course on the Scandinavian defense, I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Peace. To finish out, I wanted to give a big shout out to my Patreon community, specifically Walter, Rob, Steve, Rob, Ray, and Roger, and the rest of my Patreon community. Thank you guys for your support. If you haven't checked out the Patreon already, there are some exclusive benefits that you gain by becoming a member. I look forward to seeing you over there, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.